Come with me into the forest for more than the trees. Let's discover and embrace all this intuition sees. Together we shall come to know that which we need and reclaim our goddess power on this twin flame journey indeed. Welcome, goddess. I really do love that poem, and that just may very well be my introduction from here on out, because that really is this space that I feel I'm in and invite you into as well. This sanctuary space where I would seek refuge through my teenage years, especially when I grew up in the sticks of Kansas. The sound effects you may hear in the background and the creek water, I grew up with that, and I love that. So for me, it's really, again, this focus of the journey of coming back to yourself, coming home to union within, reuniting with all these parts of you that you thought you'd lost, or that you didn't even realize that were missing until you rediscover them on this self-healing journey. Welcome. My name is Rochelle Richard, for those who may be new to my channel, and we here at Empowerment Experiences are looking for and finding our power all along this, which is each our own self-love empowerment journey. And those who are far enough along on that twin flame journey have come to realize most certainly that it is very much fully rooted in the truth of it being a self-love empowerment journey. I mean, let's just face it, goddess. Simply, oh, I hit the little box my camera's standing on there. Quite simply, the twin flame mirror, if your counterpart, if your twin is your mirror, your direct reflection, hello. It's you. It's all you, boo. And I have come to discover, definitely on my journey, and I'm going to be talking about this more and more because of my own twin flame journey, what has fully unfolded, transpired, and so many others that, again, that I've spoken with. It's been a spectrum. And I've come to recognize that there are so many of us, because I was this person that kept falling back into that space of allowing for the toxic patterns and behaviors to continue because of the attachment. It does not matter what label anybody holds in your life, whether it's twin flame, dad, mom, brother, whatever the label, soulmate, karmic, whatever it is. Nobody has the right to bring toxicity into your life. And that experience right there is rooted in your worthiness, your self-worth. So of course, within this twin flame dynamic, if you at your core do not believe in the worth of you and the value of you and your worthiness, goddess, then that is going to be mirrored to you in all ways, in all facets, in all perspectives that it can on this twin flame journey with your counterpart. And I am finally, again, as I've said, getting back to a deeper, far more empowered space of myself, and speaking a truth that needs to be spoken more and more as a survivor of abuse and all sorts of things, a former pimped out drug addicted prostitute, raped, gang raped, or, I've experienced a lot. It's really integrating that into this twin flame dynamic of what mine has been, and looking again at so many out there. we must break the cycle that the cycles that perpetuate our unworthiness. And that is what this whole space of the goddess rising perspective over here at Empowerment Experiences is, because we get to choose, goddess, we get to choose whether we allow for ourselves to see all of these experiences of our lives, of our journeys, of whatever they were, they have been, they are, or will be, that they are all this beautiful divine collection of empowerment experiences. That in every facet, every finite particle of experience that we have had, there's some fragment of information of something that was so important for the divine to experience, to understand. And that's why we're here, to learn, grow, expand, and ascend. And we do this through deepening our own understanding of ourselves, of our own journeys, because the deeper we can understand ourselves, the better we allow for ourselves to understand others. I really love when I have no idea what's going to be coming out of my mouth, and when I start these. Never know where we're going to be going for the week, for the day. And let's see where the cards take us then. Wow. Delight, count your blessings, right? You see, this is that goddess rising journey wherein you reclaim your power. Bit by bit by bit, goddess, bit by bit, you reclaim your power back from all of the things that cause you to not feel good, that have you thinking that you don't deserve all the amazing that you desire. In whatever way the universe is lining up to bring it to you. This is how we let it in. This is how we let it in. And this is something that's been very present in my journey. And I'm sure in yours. You gotta let it in, goddess. You gotta let in whatever it is that you're asking for, whatever it is that you desire. You have to allow yourself to see the power within you. The power that you have, that you're actually using to push against what you want because of the beliefs that you hold about yourself, about how you think your journey should be going, whether it's your twin flame journey or that which is the twin flame self-love empowerment journey. Because really, again, that's the foundation of each our own individual journeys, is that it's a self-love empowerment journey. So in order to really practice this, start focusing on the things that feel good. It doesn't matter how little it is. Like I'm always mentioning my little Pegasus baby love here. When my inner child gets her little moment on screen right here to just be like, this is my baby. Do you see my baby? It's allowing her to be seen and heard. Goddess, you're here to let all of you be seen and heard. You're not here to hide any part of you from the world. And you're not here to keep any part of this world from you that you desire to have come to you. And this is how we let it in. I just love this card. Baby Pegasus. Those are wishes. Those are wishes, Goddess. Oh. Here's this is definitely a journaling prompt here, more of an inner child, I'm feeling like 8-9-year-old little girl, right? We're starting to journal and write down our little, our little secrets and our crushes and all of these things and our wishes. We're starting to really see that we live in a world of boundless possibility. So the first journaling experience, the first prompt or the first experience here is to ask that 8-9-year-old little girl inside you, if a genie in a bottle showed up to grant you 3 wishes, and they really could be any wishes except, of course, right, you know, the usual rules of the game. No ill will on others. And you can't wish for more wishes. Right? Because there's still that, I feel that aspect, those guidelines, we can call them, are as we experience along each our own journeys when we have certain boundaries wherein we have to stay for a reason. Boundaries are meant to be respected. So genie shows up, 3 wishes you got. What would they be? What would they be? And second to that, because of course the key to aligning with our desires is through counting our blessings. I keep turning my head to the mic thinking it's one side of me because I've shifted it to the other side for this video. Changing things up a little bit here. But being in gratitude. So after you create that little list, dear one, little 8-9-year-old you, I want you to actually bask in your blessings. We can call it the blessings basking. Okay? All right, Goddess, I want you to actually literally where you are, don't move. And I want you to really, truly allow yourself to be open to all the blessings around you. And by that I mean, at a glance, we might not consider something to really necessarily be a blessing. However, maybe at a deeper layer it is. Any way that you can milk that gratitude, that appreciation, that feeling good, milk it. Because this is how we further release as well that past life karma. You've been doing so much of this deep work, this deeper work, this shadow work, really recognizing these karmic cycles that you can just feel you've been doing through lifetimes, because they're so, they're so powerful. They feel as though they have had a grip on you for millennia. And perhaps they have. You have been working so hard and have released so much of this past life karma that really where you are, you're in this more ascended space. You've let go of so much of that you literally have risen higher. This is why, again, it's present tense. God is rising because you are presently rising and perpetually rising more and more, further and further into your power, Goddess. And now it's really allowing yourself to see that the power in you is more shifted to inner, of being able to have more control over your point of being and surrender more. Let go so much more. There's been such even a shift, I know, in my connection because of in me. Because of this revelation of recognizing the truth of where I'm called. Now, obviously, there are those, here's the thing. Let me say it this way. Each and every twin flame journey is different, is unique in and of itself, because each and every self-love empowerment journey is unique in and of itself. And we are going to, of course, have these spectrum of experiences within each and every one of those. And this includes for those of us who have very much endured so much intense trauma and abuse and self-loathing through so much of our younger years in our lives, especially, that it's such a massive leap. It is a quantum leap to be able to shift and recognize, whether even just verbal or even energetic, if you can feel that, of these toxic, of these abusive cycles, especially as well in your own mind. Even if it means overindulging or not really taking care of yourself, really neglecting yourself. All of those things are toxic patterns, abusive patterns. They're abusive of yourself. It's self-abuse. So they're, again, many-layered and multifaceted. It is my intention to be here to support you through empowering yourself. That is what it is to look for and find your power. I'm not asking you for your power. I am here to certainly assist you in finding it through my coaching services and the guidance that I provide you. But only you, Goddess, only you can reclaim your power for you. And you have been. So take delight in that. I know it can be challenging when you've been in a certain cycle, again, these toxic cycles, these abusive cycles of just doing so much work. You've been purging so much deep, dark shit. And I know there are goddesses out there that are purging some deep, dark shit. I was, oh gosh, again, I had such a deep, dark night of the soul between May, June, July. It moved and everything, that you may very well be experiencing some of the same. I mean, believe me, I there's definitely like residual, there's hangover effect. And especially when you've come out of it and you've clarified, you've gotten to where you're on your comeback, just like me, you're on your comeback and you've got a strategy, your vision, everything's clarified and you're ready for it and you're doing it. And then all of the whole army attacks, all the shadows, all the sabotages. And we immediately get defensive and we want to go back into that hunker down and work mode, when really we're attracting all of that chaos to us because of the chaos we're coming out of, that dark night of the soul space, right? This is that shift. This is where you step into this and you say, oh, wait a minute. Oh, ease up. Oh, ease up. I've come up for air. I'm feeling good. I'm starting to recognize the unhealthy patterns and cycles that I've been in for these past few months, and it's okay, because where I am now, I'm not going to beat myself up for that, right? I have moved past that and am literally able to pivot more and more into this delight space and say, nope, we're not going there. That is this healing journey. That is this releasing that past life karma. You're not carrying it anymore. So it's not going to be fucking with you anymore. You are more and more unfuckwithable, goddess. And that is a goddess rising. Goddess rising, sister. I'm excited. I have moments where I'm thinking I need to, make this video shorter, or the judgments, rather than just saying flow. Because there's so many out there that say it needs to be this long. No, it needs to be this long. It's going to be however long it's divinely guided to be. And we're just going to dance our way through it. Again, this delight, dance, have a party. Oh my goodness. I've been having goddess parties on my mind lately. I'm excited. I have something that just hit me like a download big time this morning of a new offer that's coming through. And it's definitely correlated and tied to and has integrated into it goddess parties. And by that I mean goddess parties are something that I started a couple years ago when I used to be on Facebook when I first started my coaching. And we would literally meet on Zoom because you all are from around the world. And how else are we going to actually be able to really truly just come together for some fun, just have some fun, except on Zoom or another video platform. I utilize Zoom for my coaching. And we would meet for about 2 hours. Sometimes the parties were themed. We would go around the room in Zoom and everybody would get to choose songs. We'd dance and play along. It was so much fun. In fact, in every group that I've had, they are always hey, are we having goddess parties soon? Are we going to have So those are definitely coming. So stay tuned for the announcement on that. But in the meantime, goddess, with this whole taking delight in being in gratitude, this is like an addendum. Here's another addition to those journal prompts from above, right? From earlier here is now with that gratitude, with all of that, I want you to feel into that. I want you to move with that. I want you to energize all of that gratitude and appreciation, that feel goodness that you have for all of those blessings that abound around you, and amplify it and feel gooder and gooder and gooder. Yes, I'm doing that on purpose because sometimes certain grammatically incorrect word forms help to accentuate what I'm saying here, what I am attempting to convey. Because you want to feel gooder and gooder and gooder, don't you, goddess? Gooder and gooder and gooder, goddess. Gooder and gooder and gooder, goddess. That might be a thing. I don't know. Why don't you drop that in the comments and let me know that you are ready, that you want to feel gooder and gooder and gooder. You're a gooder and gooder and gooder goddess, aren't you? Oh, exciting, exciting. So dance, though. Move your body. Move your body. Oh, ground into that feel good. You have released so much karma. Oh, oof. Then have that compassion when you start to feel all of these things coming at you all of a sudden, when you're in this delight and gratitude and appreciation space, and then you go to sleep and you wake up the next morning and boom, I don't know, toilets overflowing or who knows, you missed a bill and all of a sudden the water got shut off. I have had that almost happen. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm behind. What? How did I miss? What? I was sure. Yeah, right. It happens, and that's all good. That's what this is for. Just be gentle. It happens. Shit. It happens, right? Right? This is the time to be practicing more of that, and again, just instead of leaning over in a sense, hunkering down, leaning in, so inward that you're hunched over. It's time to just kind of, open yourself up and just be laid back. Laid back. This card was left in here by itself. Did you see that? There was a single card in there by itself. Adventure. Dare to do things differently. And that's where you are. That's where you are. That's where the divine feminine is, whether you're on a twin flame journey or not, sister. Because I obviously know plenty of goddesses out there who are not on twin flame journeys and they don't care to be. All the love and light to them. Oh, I'm grateful. Right? It is very challenging. Very challenging, right? But this is where we are, though. This is the adventure we are on. This going and growing adventure for our soul that we are on is to discover when something isn't working for us and go, ooh, yeah, let's change that. Let's tweak that. You don't even have to make a big change. Just tweak it. And then bit by bit, even as you tweak it a little bit, you may end up with something completely different by the time you get to the end as what you had at the beginning, because you just kept tweaking it. You see, the ego, such a drama queen, mountains out of molehills kind of thing here, that she wants to go from A to Z and be like, bye to B to Y. No. And as a result of that too, that it just all seems like, whoa, I gotta take in all of that between here and there like that. Right? That's what the ego doesn't recognize, is that you still have to go through B to Y to get to Z. And this is what it is to, again, expand that consciousness, increase your awareness to these deeper and deeper layers, is to be able to say, oh, wait a minute, I see what that resistance is. I see that I'm creating this. I'm doing this to myself. I'm trying to hurry this. I'm being hard on myself rather than just saying, oh, you know what, let me just lay off here a minute because I'm working myself to the bone, baby. Are these processes, these actions, are these steps, are they getting me the results that I've been wanting? And that's why I know I've been doing a lot of things differently. And so I encourage you, goddess, I challenge you. In fact, here's your next journal prompt. What is something in my life? What is the first thing that pops into my mind even that I can tweak because I am ready to accept that it's not working, what I'm doing, that I can see that it's not working, and I would like to have that outcome. However, I know that what I'm doing isn't working to get that outcome. So let me take a step back and actually analyze a bit about what can be tweaked. What can I do different? Because really, truly, goddess, what do you have to gain? What do you have to gain? Because if what you're doing isn't working, well, I mean, you're not getting what you want. So do it different. And the doing different part right now, where we are, is in laying off the gas, leaning back, just looking around at how far you've come, taking stock of all that you've accomplished right now. In fact, ooh, that's a good one. I want you to make a list right now, goddess, of all the things that you have accomplished lately for yourself. I don't care how small it is. I don't care if it was that, oh, I got up and I did make it to the gym yesterday. You don't need to notate that you didn't make it today, because today was your day off, okay? Okay. Focus on the delights. So you don't have Any jelly to go with your peanut butter? I don't know. But you got celery to go with that peanut butter. And me personally, I prefer celery with my peanut butter. So you see what I mean? Play that little game. Start to have more fun in and with your experience, goddess. Universe wants to play with you. It does. It does. And you've just got to be open to letting it in, to letting that magic in. Right? So just move. Ooh, that one really jumped. Well, there you go. Wow. This ties so much to, that inner child question, those inner child prompts. So along with those genie questions from earlier, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? With those dreams, those wishes that you wrote down for the genie, what would you do to move towards those wishes as being made real, as coming true? What would you do? What habits would you shift? Again, that's this doing things different, tweaking. If you knew that it was a guarantee, and there was 3333 on the little ticker there. Oof. And I barely pick up this deck, and we have another work your light with, ooh, the initiation. And this is what you have been going through. And quite frankly, goddess, that is this entire human experience. Do not think that just because you're coming out of this more recent dark night of the soul that that you got it. No. Every time we up level, new level, new devils, sister. Because this is the school. This is the, as I've mentioned before in some of my messages, this is that video game, right? Every level you ascend to, you're presented with greater and greater challenges. You're growing stronger and stronger and stronger because that is a greater and greater level of achievement where you are. A greater level and depth of expansion. So trust that no matter what decision you make, what tweak you make, what change you make, that you are going to end up where you're supposed to be going. Mantra, I am where I am, and I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. Because you are a goddess. You always are. Again, trust your path. You are going somewhere sacred. And at the very core of that is home to yourself, to your true self, to the truest expression of you, to be the fullest expression of you. Oh. And to do that, as I do love these cards, the Power of Surrender cards here by Judith Orloff, our empath guru here. Love this deck. It's my most recent birthday deck. I do recommend. So for this, we're simply going to ask, in order to carve out and anchor into and ground into a deeper trust of our path, where is our power of surrender? Ooh. And that puppy jumped out. Surrender, frustration. Again, the things that are coming at you. When you're pushing against something, that's what frustration is. You're trying to force something. You're trying to force it. I see a blossoming flower. I do. I see the unfolding of a flower, the petals. This is where you are, Goddess. You're just unfolding. There's no force needed, and there's no frustration required, because you just are. And that's why this compassion is being amplified right now, because you're doing this to yourself. All right? This is why back to that anchoring into your, and taking delight in your blessings. Right? That pivot. This is where you are. You're practicing that, still practicing that pivot. And we brought 333 popped in to have a look-see with us. 3333, 4 threes, right? 4 threes. Growing pains, oof, that past life cycles. Be aware of the evil forces that seek to dim your light, right? Which would be this frustration. It would be your own inner self-sabotage that is holding so tightly to a perspective, a belief, a habit that really isn't aligning you with what you desire. In fact, it is pushing against what you desire. That is why when these things come at you, it's because you hold beliefs and perspectives that litter your path with landmines between here and that vision that you desire to step into. And you have to navigate all of those. And being frustrated along the path is not gonna make it better at all. It's really actually gonna make it worse, right? Double Master 33, Trinity of the body, mind, and spirit. In that integrating all of that alignment, deeper harmony and peace in the body, mind, and spirit. That is, again, where we are. And we further amplify that through, again, gratitude and blessings, counting those, gratitude and blessings. Ascended Masters, humor and spontaneity. This is why that dance is there. Don't you usually have fun when you dance? Aren't you usually being spontaneous as you move your body? Assistance, inspiration, expression, communication, and encouragement. Well, definitely encouragement here today. Trust your path, right? Taking delight. And how far you've come. So you keep going and you keep growing. And with that, as I like to mention before I pull, the divine masculine energies is really, again, of course, more focused on the energies of that which is the divine masculine. We have transcended that space of attachment to a specific physical embodiment, because that is attachment, especially when your counterpart is on a different path. It's recognizing that perhaps you're the one not allowing yourself to see that the path you're on is taking you to where you need to be. Your own sacred journey, your own sacred facet of this twin flame journey that you both are experiencing with each other, whether or not you are in each other's physical lives. Remember, if you are always and eternally connected at the soul level, then why the obsession, the ego attachment obsession? Because you must transmute attachment. That's what I'm here for. To say the things you might not want to hear said. But I'm all about you reclaiming your power, goddess. And that's why, as we allow ourselves to hear what the divine masculine energies have to say, it is with the knowing that, of course, your counterpart, in his own way, is experiencing these as well. You are mirrors. Exact blueprints. And so with that, what are we needing to know? Transformation. Transformation has been underway. You are again coming out of having gone through this, and you are finding the expressions of you translated in the external world. Meaning how you look, what you wear, these changes that have been underway in you bit by bit. You're stepping out more and more as the true you. And as for the masculine, understand that he must and is experiencing the same. So often behind the feminine, right? In the physical world. As well as when you look within yourself at your own inner masculine energies, you can clearly see the transformation happening in thee. Again, remember, when you accept, you really truly experience this energy of acceptance about the eternal connection that is, the unnecessary ego attachment that must be transmuted and is eventually, when you accept that you're already connected. And that perhaps, yes, perhaps, because I have met a few myself, very happily not together twin flames. Not all twin flames have chosen to experience that physical union here, because we must transmute the attachment template. We must heal this massive leech, this succubus known as attachment. We must take our power back from it. And so, what greater connection is there that could transmute such a massive energy as that which is, if not the primary, one of the most prolific pain instigators of the ego is attachment. It is time to take your power back from that. And with that, Goddess, that is today's energy reading. Or as I like to say, it's a mouthful, Twin Flame Tuesday, Goddess Rising, Empowerment Energy Message and reading, and or reading. Message reading, it's both of them, message and reading. It's all about that empowerment energy. Where is our power? I appreciate you, dear Goddess. I am here to support you in any and every way I can. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel if it resonated. And of course, I am always eager to hear from you. Drop a comment, let me know you stopped by. I love to know which aspects you enjoy, which you would like to see more of, which maybe particular questions you would like me to address. I'm here for you, Goddess. And with that, I am always here to definitely remind you that the power is in your hands. Because it has always, always been inside you. Namaste.